You know, I wouldn't have gone with this.
What would you have went with, Manny?
The nonsense that was Anarchy of the Arena.
No, because you know what? I played titled last week Anarchy in the Arena. And then this one, I was like, I don't think so. I got a lot of complaints about that. AEW gets a strike, and I thought it was going to be a solid show until they did that.
I don't know. NXT's getting struck for me this week.
Ooh, we're striking. The Empire strikes back.
What else have we got?
What else on show?
Racism.
They put Joe Hendry just put the N back in NXT. No, he whooped Trick. And he stared at him. I don't understand the anger in his face right there.
Yeah, I don't understand the stare down like that.
Yeah, that's a very, very violent stare.
And then I don't know. This is an attempt at thirst trapping.
It was the only thing I had worthy to go for thirst trapping. I didn't feel like going the other route. And you know what? This could be the end. It should be the end. Shit, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of these people not breaking up and breaking up.
Yeah.
Go home. Break up. See if I can.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm, of course, the racially ambiguous Lord Manny Hayes. He is
the extremely exhausted, but obviously black and not hide anything but other than his bank account, Marcus the Grand Finale.
I don't know about that. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
Manny, how you doing today?
I'm in bad shape, Marcus.
Oh, well, I didn't ask you about your health, but how are you doing today?
Man United lost last night.
Oh no!
We lost the Europa League final, which wasn't fun.
Oh no!
The Knicks scored.
I believed in them.
We lost that. The Knicks lost by 3 last night.
Hold on. That's not the way you say that one, Manny. The Knicks did not lose by 3. They historically lost by 3.
Historically.
That was an absolute shame. Manny, when that game was ending, it was the 4th quarter. I have to get ready for work. I'm getting ready for work. I'm thinking the game over. I say the Knicks got in the bag. They got game 1. Manny's going to be happy. He's going to come on the show, and he's going to come on the show. Right? This is why we can't get monetized. But he's going to come on the show. And then I come out, I'm getting dressed and showered. I go, oh, they're showing the game in the replay game. And I see OT, and I go, but what? And then the Knicks proceeds to lose. I see the highlights later, and I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life. I've never seen a lead blown like this in under a minute.
What you mean?
9 points were scored in under a minute.
The Celtics blew their leads in the first 2 games of their series.
Like this, Manny. Like that. Have you ever seen anything like this? This is ridiculous.
Actually, I have. But not in basketball. I saw it in football. Man United are drawing with Leon. I can't remember. So it was 2-2, I think.
Yeah.
They go into extra time. Leon are now 4-2 up.
Still not the same.
And I sit there and I'm like, you know what? We're out. I'm settled with this. I'm sitting outside waiting for Rika to do a poo or a piss outside. And I've got the game still on the iPad, miserable.
What's his reason?
And the comeback happens, Marcus. The comeback happens. We win 5-2, 5-4. And it was ridiculous.
But this is the context, man. The basketball game was over. It was 1 minute to go. Then it's three-pointer. And then Halliburton gets the ball. He fucking basically wins the game. If it wasn't for 1 inch of his toe, he should have won. Ridiculous. The WWE
I'm telling you now, when he's on 2K25, there are going to be videos of me throwing chairs at him.
Well, you got to set up all the tables and throw him off the cell, man. So the next lost game
news today. Because I didn't check that one bit today.
Nah, not really. I think Scorpio Sky was talking. I read some of it, but nothing. I mean, he's alive. That's what all I care about.
Oh, he's alive? Good for him.
Yeah. busted open. They went on a rant about Stephanie McCare's promo. They were in defending it that people were talking about her English is no good or something. I didn't realize there was an uproar on that, but I'm not in the IWC like that to care, and I'm probably not going to rant.
Well, I may have a reason for it, and it's Miles Bourne's fault.
Ooh. Oh, well, yeah. Suddenly, I don't want to see her anymore because it just breaks my damn heart.
I think
I had a
she's gonna
shot.
pick up English from Miles Bourne and the inflection Miles Bourne may use. And because he's deaf, he may not be able to hear it correctly.
That's not true at all.
No, but like when you talk, when you learn another language, you pick up from other people around you. You don't, or you pick up from TV shows. Like historically, Kevin Owens has said that he learned how to speak English from watching wrestling. So like instead of walking down a path, he would actually just call it an aisle.
I'm sure they're gonna be all right. Those crazy kids.
No, but like even I remember Luis Figo, famous Portugal winger. Before his time came before Cristiano Ronaldo. He learned English from Steve McManaman, who is from Liverpool, and they have a certain twang to the way they speak. And the way Luis Figo spoke, he spoke like he was from Liverpool.
But she ain't picked none of that up. She sounds nothing like Miles Bourne. I don't think she's gonna pick any of that. I think she's fine.
I mean, I ain't got a problem with her.
I just think it's a fling anyway. It's not serious. We all know that I'm her one true love anyway.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm just waiting to meet her in Florida.
And I'm waiting for her to give you a restraining order.
Yeah, we're gonna meet the performance. I'm gonna be sitting in front row. I'll stare at her. I'll say, Stephanie. She's gonna look at me, change her fucking life.
He's gonna go, Stephanie, and she's gonna go, okay?
Security. And it's me versus security. Yeah, one-hit quitters. And then the cops are gonna go.
I don't think that's the proper security, Marcus.
Oh. Well, on TV, it looks like they don't fight back. You ain't jumping to these reports because I got nothing else.
There is no other thing other than what happened on the show. So let's jump into AEW Dynamite. It opens up with Will Ospreay and Hangman. Will tries to share a beer with Adam Page. And I told you this is a thing. He called Adam Page boss man the moment he handed him a beer.
Why?
It's a thing.
It's a thing, huh?
It's a thing.
I don't like it. Because there's only one boss man in wrestling, and he's big. Go ahead.
He's politicking, Marcus, to have their match as the main event instead of Anarchy at the Arena. Because the winner of the match has the responsibility of bringing back the AEW title, which we haven't seen in months.
It's, I guess still in a briefcase. That John Moxley doesn't even bring out or Marina Shafir anymore.
Hangman says he needs it as he wasted 2 years of his life and they've been filled with grief, sorrow, and hate.
I ain't won nothing with it. I ain't won it. It's been a waste of time.
I thought this was a great opening segment.
Yeah.
Will not knowing what it takes to defeat John Moxley. Hangman does, but Will wants him to bring that guy to their match. And then just this whole, I don't know, I should be the guy, you should be the guy. If you become the guy I will support you. I hope you support me. This kind of bullshit. I thought this was a good way to open up Dynamite. Because it told you the story of this match going into Sunday.
Yep. They sold it. They expressed that the importance of one of these men have to. I didn't like them being all buddy and shit though. I didn't like all that. They really were. They really were. And then I didn't like the choreograph of them walking away and it's side by side after they drink the beer.
I didn't like all very much Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels when they were the tag team champions somewhere in 97, I want to say.
Okay. I'm going to say 98 and 99. That's too late. That's too late. It's too late. Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah.
But I just didn't like the choreographed of it. That's all. Other than that, it was a really good segment. It was like, oh, it's gonna be one of those Dynamites tonight, huh?
Yeah.
They gonna be cooking on all cylinders tonight.
And then Mox takes some long ass walk into the arena. He started from outside the arena.
Yeah. At this point, why is he outside?
Well,
Like they don't ever explain why does he start outside.
So this leads into his match. He's teaming with the Young Bucks to take on Samoa Joe and Will Hobbs with Swerve.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know, like, why this wasn't the main event.
I 100% agree with that. Well, you can argue that they feel their viewership does drop on a weekly basis toward the end. But you know what? If you advertise this 6-man, which Manny was really thrilled for because, he loved him some tag matches.
I didn't know I was getting a 6-man, though. That was the thing. I did not know I was getting a 6-man at this moment. I keep getting trapped. They keep tricking me into 6-man tags.
Yeah. Manny walked in and was like, oh, let's try some Dynamite, good promo. 6-man tag. But it should have ended the show. And then you lead to the brawl at the end instead of what we got where I believe, and I'm going to say this with a straight face, and I'm 100% serious, most people turned it off at some point in the middle of the show, toward the end. The last hour, I think most people were like, I don't need to hear from Mercedes.
Yeah, I'm jumping ahead. I don't think Mina Shirakawa and Julia Hart had the level of star power to keep a lot of people around.
They weren't banking on them having star power, man. They were banking on Toni Storm on commentary that you're waiting to hear what she's going to say next.
But I don't think that match was naturally something that you would want to be the main event because then that brawl happened afterwards. But this whole thing, I just thought they could have just built to this match and had them throughout the show. I know it may have been annoying booking in that type of way, but like if you had like little bits and pieces here and there of them fighting through halls and stuff like that, I think that would have led more to people sticking around for the match at the end. And like this is the case for every wrestling show, and then like even this video that we're doing right now. Retention problem. Retention is keeping people's interest and keeping people around is a little bit more difficult for most things. But like when you're putting Mina out there, who is not really well known to America, she's known to wrestling fans here and there, perverts, and then Julia Hart, who hasn't really been on TV for a while. That's a lot of weight to put on just Toni Storm being on commentary.
Yeah, you got to go bigger star to Julia Hart. I like Julia Hart, whatever. She's fine in the ring, whatever. Did I good character, whatever. But these people ain't stars. They ain't main event worthy. This is the equivalent of WWE saying, you know what our main event's going to be tonight? Natty versus Kairi Sane.
Yeah.
That was the equivalent of that. That's basically what this was.
So, yeah. We basically... I don't even know where to go. We've done this show kind of like beginning and end. We haven't done the meat.
We go from the most important to the least relevant. Anyway, I would have, if I wasn't going to go with the 6-person tag, the 6-man tag into the Anarchy finish, I would have ended with the Hurt Syndicate segment that leads into, I guess, the final brawl of Anarchy Arena or something. It has to keep people going like, oh, what's going to happen in this segment? MJF, probably one of my, if not my biggest star on the roster or someone on the thing. I would be like, oh, I need to stay and see that. But the lead into the end of the show, you get Mercedes and Hayter, which people are sour on Mercedes anyway. Tammy Hayter, who isn't really the most charismatic person in the world either. You go with that, and then into the Mina versus match. It just seems like you're asking people to be like, you know what? I've had enough Dynamite. I dynamited already tonight. And then even before that, I think it was Bowens versus Ricochet,
which I didn't understand why we needed that. But then I have further questions, Marcus. Briscoe made the save last week for Zach Gowen, right?
Yes.
What did we miss on Collision that escalated this match between Ricochet and Mark Briscoe? That it's now a stretcher match.
I don't know. They said it's going to be the first ever stretcher match, and I went with it. And I don't think they should be doing a stretcher match. I don't think they should do two very physically demanding hardcore matches, technically, and on the same show, because Anarchy and Arena is supposed to be all chaotic and crazy. I don't feel like, and no one's going home in an ambulance in that one, but in Ricochet and Mark Briscoe, where less is going to happen, someone's going to be put in the ambulance. I'm just saying, I don't think this is the right place to call a match. And ambulance match is never good anyway.
But like the stretcher match is never good. But then the other thing is, what warrants that to be a stretcher match? Like, he made the save. I don't think they had beef prior to that. So like, what happened on Collision that really escalated that? Because I don't think it should be ever escalated to a stretcher match. A singles match, sure. But this, nah.
Yeah. I don't even think this is worthy enough to be on the Double or Nothing card. I would have pulled this match. Double or Nothing is one of their flagships. I believe they moved on to All In, being their WrestleMania and stuff like that. But Double or Nothing is their flagship show. I think it should be take it more serious. And this does not seem like it's a serious match. Morning, Neil.
What has happened to everything on here? Why is it blue?
I don't even know what you're talking about. Or is it purple? Manny, why are you distracted? What's going on?
Because all my presets have been changed, and I don't like it.
Oh, no! We've been hacked!
I think we have.
Sucks. Why would they hack us? We're so at the bottom of the barrel. We're not the channel talk. We're not a Joe Rogan podcast or anybody covering the Diddy trial or anything like that. We're at the bottom. We're at the bottom. Scravenge it up.
I don't know why that's blue at the moment, but it's supposed to be gold like the rest of our stuff, but it's not changing. This is bullshit.
This is bullshit. And StreamYard, we're suing you. Take that. We're taking all your money. Settle out of court, please. Settle out of court. You got no case. You have no chance to win. Settle. Please.
But then what else happened, Marcus?
I mean, we've talked about this Anarchy brawl and all that. So, and let's just cover the 6-man. I enjoyed the 6-man. I thought it was high energy. It showed a good rivalry. And it really felt like the first 30 minutes of the show with this and Will Ospreay and Hangman Page. And I thought it was just an overall good match. And there's threats made. Talk about we'll get you by the end of the night and whatever. And cheap blindsided. The faces blindside the faces. Let me tell you something what's annoying me. This is a strike for AEW. But more important, it's a strike for Powerhouse Hobbs. I'm sick of his selling of getting hit by stuff and then slowly just looking at you. I'm like, how many times you gonna do that in one night? He did it like 17 times tonight where I was like, okay, we get it. You're indestructible. You don't see Superman with that flex going over and over. Ooh, you shot me. Hold on. That was a bad move. He does it like 800 times. It's only cool to do it maybe once.
I never noticed that.
It's so annoying. He did it like 800,000 times in this match. He gets chopped. Marcus, he goes, ha ha ha. He gets hit with a chair. That ain't gonna stop me. He gets shot. Ha 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 ha. Slow motion look. And it's always like this. He'll sit down like this, like he done took a nap, and he'll get up. And I'm like, come on, man. Come on, bro. You got something more than that, right? You got something more than that. Your offense ain't that weak.
Powerhouse.
Powerhouse needs to figure it out, okay? The no selling is stupid. It's stupid and annoying.
The thing you put on the thumbnail I hated the most, it was the Hurt Syndicate. They signed the contracts, and then Sammy Guevara and a rambling man named Dustin Rhodes came up there.
Hold on, man.
He just rambled for, like, it felt like 12 minutes on that.
We're day one, okay? We're day one. We're day ones. We're day one. We're day one. We're day one. Day one. Day one. I am a double champion. I have respect. I'm a respect. And we ain't gonna beat on pushing. We're the sons of Texas. You're bitches from day one. With day one. And I was like, how long are you gonna keep talking? People know us. No one does. No one watches Ring of Honor, and no one gives a damn about you, Dustin. You show up once a month, every now and then. Only reason you're relevant is because I want to see you team with your damn brother to help him fight off the bloodline. But that's all in the shit now too. So fuck off. But day one, Sammy Guevara's not allowed to talk anymore.
Yeah.
So he can
he
just
can't be trusted.
Yeah. Like, what was he gonna say? Why is he not get to talk? Why is Dustin talking and one of your quote unquote pillars of your company is just sitting there in the same blue suit he wore last week? So he can only afford one suit. Sounds in Texas.
Okada was called out by Speedball. He basically said, "You don't call me out, I call you out."
And then he walked away. He didn't say bitch this week. He casually just said, I forgot what he said. It was like try me or something. But all right. He's gonna win.
So Mercedes Moné said she is the Beyonce of women's wrestling. She says she is the greatest TBS champion of all time. 360 days, 225-0 in singles competition. She didn't get there by luck. She didn't get there by luck, Marcus, because she got creative control. She got here by hard work and dedication.
Yeah, Betty. Jamie Hayter is getting a strike in this segment.
Why?
Her outfit and her not understanding how her outfit was supposed to work.
You mean the whole sitting there
the
like
pants
this,
are way up here,
and then constantly have to pull your shirt down.
Yeah, why would you wear that shirt? If you do, you could have just wore a normal turtleneck. Instead, you chose to have a crop top, which looked like it was cut anyway. And then the entire time of the promo, she's like, let me pull this down. Wasn't exposing anything. The stomach was over her fucking chin. That's how high her pants were. Her pants were up here. She was basically talking like this.
No, but what she was doing is basically the fat guy with the shirt. Before he does anything, he's gonna pull it down to make sure that belly ain't showing.
They make sure. Well, as a fat guy, I make sure the belly ain't showing or my butt crack ain't out.
If Marcus was on fire, I'm telling you now, might have to pull my shirt down before I even attempt to.
Can't let nobody see. Can't let nobody see that this is just a giant. I'm 10 months pregnant right now. Pull this shirt down. But in that segment,
shirt.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand why you just like this is an inch too short for me. Anyway, she lays Mercedes out, does the clothesline, adjusts her shirt again. Because you ain't getting her.
Thing is, I like her doing the haterade more than I like watching Okada do the Rainmaker.
Oh, she does it better. Okada phones it in. Okada's been phoning it in for 2 years. I don't even know how long he's been at AEW. He's been phoning it in. I bet you the first thing he did when he got that money is call Shinsuke Nakamura, teach me the ways of phoning it in for the remainder of my career.
No, he called Shinsuke Nakamura to go surfing.
Because, baby, we're both retired.
Hey, Shinsuke, you still got that Toyota?
I can be me. I'll be your boogs. I can be your boogs, bitch. Oh.
Yeah, no. The way Jamie Hayter throws that clothesline, it feels like it's gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah. And Mercedes is so small and I won't say frail, but she's very small. It just looks like it just ate her up. Manny, what's your thoughts about the pride of AEW, Anthony Bowens and Ricochet? The I guess a Martin Luther King Classic in May.
Because he's the pride of pro wrestling.
Oh, I thought it was the pride of AEW. I guess he doesn't want to represent
pride
his
of pro wrestling.
Anyway, I didn't know he was still with Billy Gunn. Oh, he does Billy. Billy ain't adding nothing to the team.
I didn't understand it, but it feels sad because he's kind of just recycling what he did with the Acclaimed. He's still scissoring people and stuff as he comes to the ring. The only thing that's missing is the talking on a microphone as they come down to the ring. It's kind of like how Road Dogg was when DX broke up, and he was just continuing doing the same shit. That's all he had. I feel a little bit bad for him. I feel like he needs to change it up because he changed up the gear, well, the entrance attire, but like he hasn't really changed anything else up, and he's been gone a while.
Do you think it was wise to break up the Acclaim, Manny? I'm saying, why did they even do
No,
it? I don't even know.
they didn't
I
need
don't
to
even
do
understand.
it
Yeah, I
unless
don't even
one of them
understand why
wanted
they
to go
soured on them.
singles.
Because they hate each other. I don't even understand why they soured on the Acclaim, because they won the tag team title or the trios titles and all that, and they kind of were just like, we're never featuring these guys again, ever.
Yeah, the thing is, Marcus, it must have been one of them wanted to go singles. Like remember when they are now called the Inspiration, but the Iconics. Pepe wanted to go. Pepe wanted to go singles, and then they got them both fired.
Yeah, Vince was like, all right, come on, Pepe. And it was like, oh, this isn't working.
Yeah,
you're all gone. Yeah, everybody's gone. Even
though
though Billy Kay's making that resume gimmick work. He was making that shit work.
The funniest thing ever, and her showing her resume to everyone that came down to the Royal Rumble, incredible.
Yeah, really. I guess now we're into our main event. Ricochet obviously won with the help of scissors. Again, he was pushed to the edge of his life by a one-legged man, and now pushed to Bowens by you not killing him this week. That makes you even weaker than Ricochet because you lost to someone who got pushed to the limit by a one-legged man. The main event ends. I mean, I guess it happens.
Mina Shirakawa versus Julia Hart.
I did not like this.
They've missed so much with Julia Hart. Like,
Julia
Hart has improved so much, but she's come back and then it's like, I guess we got Julia Hart back.
Yeah, it's not your time. Right now, we only can feature 3 women at a time, and I mean 3.
Yeah, because maybe where's 4. Megan Bain gone?
Collision, like, oh, that was a run.
Thing, right?
Yeah, that was a run. Gone. I hate the way they book their women. It's terrible. And I'm not saying WWE is the best, but you damn right Charlotte's gonna be on SmackDown next week, so even if you having a bad run. Or Nia Jax is gonna be on SmackDown next week, even though Tiffy beat her. They don't just go away forever and ever and then pop up again. In fact, where the hell is Sheeta?
I actually have a news story on Sheeta being gone.
Yeah, she had visa issues or something. She's never coming back. Issues? Yeah, she's never coming back.
What is it? You never really know how long the process is going to take, and in this case, it's taking quite a while. Her cat's got separation anxiety, and they don't like being alone, is what Kenny Omega said.
I don't know why we're talking to Kenny about this, but so that's what's going on with Sheeta and the women's division, and but yeah, like you said, Julia Hart, Brody King, the Hounds of Justice, or whatever the hell they were calling themselves. I think that's the Shield, but they don't do anything with them.
Megan's going back to GCW.
Well, I think she's featured on there, but she's still on Collision, I believe. But they ain't doing nothing with her. I saw Diana Process this week. Talk about going to school and shit. No, on Dynamite. She had a commercial about how she got her degree in school, and I was like, I don't care. What happened to you, Diana Peraza, the Virtuoso, best technical women's wrestler in the world? What happened to that? Gone. Been gone for like 3 years.
I didn't mind Mina and Julia Hart. It was an alright little match. I wasn't even distracted by Toni Storm. There was some botches done by Mina, but especially that mid-rope thing she did, which I didn't understand what it was.
Yeah, and they got like a "This Is Awesome" chant moments later, and I was like, nah, they fuck it up. They fucked up a lot. I just feel like nothing was synced up, and I don't know. It could be ring rust on all their parts because you know what? When you only get one women's match a week, and it's not the flavor of the month, you're gonna be shitty. I just feel like they were all into it, and I didn't think Tony brought the good on commentary this week either. I feel like she missed. I couldn't think of a single good line that she had, and then she did.
She did have a good line.
Which one?
She was like, every time Tony Schiavone sits at the desk, he normally sits with a mirror on his shoe.
I didn't hear that one. That's funny.
But Riccaboni doesn't do that, apparently.
Yeah. And then the ending made no sense to me. I don't understand why we went this route. It's Julia Hart loses clean, but yet she goes to try to get her heat back. And then essentially Mina doesn't need the help of Tony Storm, and then she
Sky
does
Blue
when
comes up,
yeah.
who returned a face in Chicago. Suddenly pairs back up with Julia Hart for Evil.
Yeah, and I'm like, why? Why are we doing this? And then they have their stare off, and then Mina decides to go heel because she decides to attack Tony Storm after Tony Storm saved her and put her in the figure four leg lock on the pole. So now I don't know what I'm supposed to feel.
That officially means you're a heel when you do that.
Yeah, and I officially don't know what the fuck. Like, everybody came off as heelish and unlikable. Like, they're all heels at the end of the day. And Julia Hart looked worse trying to get her heat back and then get beat up. And then trying to get it again, only to get beat up again. She lost 3 times technically. Trying to get her heat back. It's over. It's all over.
Yeah, I think I would have enjoyed this more. I think AEW would have had more Dynamite would have a more lasting impression on me if they had the 6-man end the show. Because the brawl ended the show, but like it didn't necessarily need to have that to end the show.
Yeah, they could have just had a 6-man and then it goes too far. They'd say, "Oh my god!" And I thought the music to this brawl was stupid. They're trying to recreate Anarchy in the Arena, but at least when they were doing that, they were using copywritten music before. I don't know what this generic shit was, and then it suddenly just stopped because I'm assuming Tony went to Twitter and everybody was like, "This music fucking sucks."
Yeah. So, I mean, I thought it started off a great show, and then it kind of just fell off.
It's come. Manny, you said you just like the Hurt Syndicate segment the most. What were your reasons against it? I'll chime in as well.
I'm just a bit fed up. I've been fed up about it. It's gone on too long. I think this whole getting MJF into the team was 2 weeks too long. Like, if it happened 2 weeks ago, it would have been fine. But the fact that they dragged it out for so many weeks, it was like, what's the point?
Yeah, and then the whole contract thing and them looking over the contract and the 2 lawyers and MJF being happy, and then he seemed like he was gonna say now. It seemed like he stole the Hurt business because black people can't read or something. Because he read the contract, he was about to announce something. He was like, "I am the new." I'm assuming he was supposed to tease newest member, but I feel like he's gonna say new owner of the Hurt business or Syndicate. So,
but it went on for too long. It just feels like this has gone on too long. I feel like both the Hurt Syndicate are gonna hurt, no pun intended, hurt from this as well as MJF. I think this does them both, everyone involved, no good.
Yeah.
Other than them getting TV time, but they were gonna get TV time anyway.
Yeah. You ready to move to NXT?
Yeah.
By the way, fuck you, Will. Fuck Will Ospreay. I forgot about that.
Why?
In the segment, Manny. Yes, it was a good segment, but I didn't like the way it started. Where he goes, "Hey, bro, I don't plan on doing any fisticuffs today. You security guard, you're gonna get paid. You're gonna go home." The fuck, I'm getting paid. Tony ain't paying us.
He said he'll make sure they get paid, Marcus. He's a good guy.
He's to make sure they get paid my ass. I've heard that. Who's paying those security guards? Who asked for those security guards to be down there? Tony Khan. If I'm Tony Khan, I pay for you to stay there. Not because someone said, "We're not going to fight. You don't need to be here." And y'all just walk away and abandon your post. Man, if I knew it was that simple, I would do that into every bank I go into. Security, no reason for you to be here. I'm not going to rob the bank. I'm not going to do anything. It's ridiculous. To me, that's ridiculous.
Marcus, there's a difference between real and pro wrestling. You need to understand.
Yeah, but you know what? At least don't make me think about that. I talked to Ryan, who is top flight security in the world and does whatever he does. I'm sure he fires every single one of those security guards unless one of them was himself. For just being like, "Trust you, Mr. White Man. You good. We don't have to stay here and do our job because you're not going to do anything."
Let me tell you something, Marcus. We're in a bar, right?
Yeah.
You throw a punch at me. I absorb the punch.
You will house it?
Strong as shit.
Yeah, you will house it. Go ahead.
And then I throw a punch back. And then you throw a punch. At no point is anyone going to start giving us the yeah boos.
At no point. What is your argument here? What is your argument?
Huh?
What's your argument here?
You are trying to use wrestling logic and then bring it into the real world.
No, I'm trying to use real logic and bring it into wrestling. It's a reverse. And Manny, I've been to bar fights where people were cheering on. There was a situation where someone, in fact, I've been in that situation in middle school. There was a thing we called going 15 where people would randomly grab two people and they put them in a circle and they have to fight for 15 seconds. It's a horrible thing for kids to do, but it was a lot of fun. Called the ghetto. Anyway, it's what makes people a man. I'm telling you, in that scenario, Manny, maybe I'm concussed for I got hit in the head too hard. I heard some boo yes. We had the crowd going.
Marcus, NXT, it kicked off with Javon Evans, Ashanti the Adonis,
yes,
and Sean Legacy.
Yes, the white man, the registered white man. The winner of all of this.
The diversity.
Yes. And I would add, you know what? Fuck, Ashanti the Adonis is a talented wrestler, but I'm giving him a strike right off the jump.
Wait, can I guess your strike?
Go ahead. You know what the strike is.
Is it because he was wearing Jacksonville Jaguar colors?
Oh, no. That's not it. That's not it, Betty. It's the entrance. And as I do the entrance, the little kicks he did while he was on the apron for no reason. And even Big C, I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know what the hell that was. He did those little kicks, and I went, what the fuck? And I enjoy him as a wrestler. I think he's really smooth in the ring. I think he's really talented. But I just want to say, baby, this ain't it. It ain't it. There's a move.
That bit wasn't it, but Marcus, this may be one of the first times, like in a while, that a triple threat match has banged on TV.
Oh, absolutely. This was a hell of a match.
Yeah, this was a great match.
Like, you got the athleticism of Sean and Javon, which I guess rhymes. And even Ashanti brought, it was just near falls. You didn't know who's going to win. It kept going. It's just when you thought it was going to end. There was a moment when Ashanti did the usual triple threat match. They land their move. I throw you off the ring. And Javon just bounced right back.
Where did Javon come from?
Yeah, he just bounced right back. And I was like, what the fuck? I thought he had it. And it just kept going. And it was, they got the This Is Awesome chance. And you're like, oh, it's coming to an end. And it was like, oh, no, we're going again, baby. It's still going.
Yeah, this match was amazing.
This was a great triple threat match.
So Ethan Page attacks Ricky Saints at ringside. And then Javon decides, I'm going to jump on these guys. And then that's where Sean Legacy managed to take the victory, pinning Ashanti the Adonis. We go backstage. Ethan doesn't want a match with Ricky Saints, but Ricky suggests a title match, and he is game. Bear in mind, they're at either end of a table, and Ava is in the middle of the table. Which I was like, wait, hang on, why are they having a contract signing for a sit down tailing off or whatever?
Yeah. Did you read the stuff on the table though?
No.
One sign said Ava is busy. This is on Ethan Page side, and on the left side it was shut up, I'm talking, or something like that. On the left side, and it was her name. And my main thing I took away from this, Ava, you get another strike for a tire. You were supposed to be conducting serious business out there. My titties are out, titties and knees.
Yeah, she was dressed up like Stephanie McGee last week.
Yeah, she's like,
well, I'm giving her a strike for acting like a mother. She was like, you don't make matches around here. I make the matches. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna make sure. It's my choice that you two are gonna have this match, as if it was her idea in the first place.
Yeah, Ricky already brought it up. Yeah, both men had agreed.
It's like when you're doing the vacuuming and then someone tells you that, yeah, can you vacuum that, please?
No, it's like, oh, can you clean your room? I already did. Yeah, I'm in charge. Grown up. It's ridiculous.
And then Ava continues that nonsense this week as she both congratulates both Tyra May Steele and Jasper Troy. Jasper's just like, I'm going to make an impact tonight. And it starts tonight.
A minute to committing a crime in front of everybody right away. And Ava was like, ooh, he will. But both of you guys in the next few weeks going to have your debut. Jasper planned on killing a man. I'm making an impact tonight.
And he did, Marcus, because Oba, Femi, and Miles had their face off. Oba warns Miles he will be a victim, while Miles tells Oba he's been underestimated for years. And then Miles leaves, and then Jasper Troy occurs.
Yeah. But before that, I thought Oba's line of, you think that you're going to be living the dream at Battleground, become champion. But no, you've already lived your dream by winning that Battle Royal. And I went, oh shit. Yeah, I mean, it was an impact move. Miles Bourne came back to check on Oba, and Oba was like, man, get the fuck away from me at this point. I expect to get beat up by no rookie like that. It's ridiculous.
But he did the big man trait of
yeah. So nice showing for Jasper Troy, who I believe is probably going to have a match sometime within the next 2 weeks to somebody and then lose, and we'll never hear from him again.
He needs to lose the chains.
Yeah, he got a lot of chains.
The chains needs to stop. Like especially the big bulky ones that he uses for his entrance. He needs to lose those.
I just don't believe it. You know, when you look at him, I don't believe him as a killer, though. I don't believe him as a killer. He looks like a young man to me, a kid who is trying to play tough and mean, whose dad pushed him into wrestling or some shit. Like, he doesn't really want to be here or play. Like, you know how you have these big guys who I never really wanted to play basketball or anything.
Yeah,
that's what he reminds me of.
No, but the moment, do you know, on LFG, the moment he got sour, because Gunther was like, I'm giving the point to that guy because you little bitch. I've never seen him anything like that, because at the moment he went moody and everything because of that, I was like, yeah, Jasper, what are you gonna do? When times get tough, you're gonna be a little bitch.
Yeah.
Things don't go your way, you can be a little bitch. We already got one of those. It's called Sasha Banks.
But Maddie, you know who he reminded me of? This is no shot at your Knicks. He reminded me of Karl Anthony Towns. I don't think tough guy when I see Karl Anthony Towns. I think a talented player.
Tough guy with many basketball players. The only tough one I see is Draymond Green.
He ain't tough. He crazy.
Exactly.
Nah, but I feel like there's a few that could be like, oh, they could, you know, there's most NBA players. If you stood in front of them, Manny, and you had to fight with them, you don't want none of that. You don't want none of those problems. They're all 6'8" or whatever. You just be like, oh well.
Attack his knees. Go for the knees.
I feel like you'll be danging on there like Van Gundy was in the fight.
You stay low, Marcus. You stay low. They ain't got a high center of gravity.
I'm sure they'll just step on you. Just be like, ugh. Oh,
no,
this didn't work.
That's why you intertwine in between the leg. They can't see me. I'm 5'7" of fury.
Okay, Wolverine. It's gonna be like looking at you like Wolverine attacking a Sentinel. You trying to fight an NBA player. I can get Jalen Brunson though. He
don't look like a fighter, Marcus.
No, he's small. His dad took all the fight out of him.
Where are we? Fatal Influence tell Lola that she can suck up for a title match to Stephanie all she wants, but it'll be them that take the title off her. Lola drives a wedge between the Fatal Influence 2, and then Fallon ends up in the match against Lola. In that backstage segment, Marcus, Lola was wearing a particular silver outfit with black underpants, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Did you not think why she dressed as Mandy?
No, I did not.
That's where my mind went. I was like, why did you dress like Mandy? Oh.
You know where my mind was at when she showed up on screen? And you know what? You can call me whatever you want. Call me whatever you want after I say this. I don't care. I was thinking, she's a Latina.
Well, also when she appeared on your screen, Stephanie Vakir was also next to her.
Yep. And she was talking, and then she was like, I have something to say. Because this was after the Jordan Grace video package, right?
Yeah.
Where Jordan Grace was training like Ivan Drago, giving her history and all that. And I was like, oh, Picova come in. She had something in her story that I didn't know, that I can't remember what it was. I went, oh, that happened? And I was like, shit.
Who?
Or was that? It could have been Stephanie. I think it was Stephanie.
Stephanie's one was that she'd been living in a car, living in kitchens, cleaning people's shoes.
Yeah, Manny. You know, every time some wrestler says I was living out my car and I was homeless and all that, you know how I treat them. You know how I say, who cares? I don't say that to Stephanie. I wouldn't say that. I go, oh no, why? Oh yeah, she said to hers that she was injured at her first ever WWE tryout, and then that's why she had to go everywhere else. She didn't get the opportunity to try out before, really, because she got injured, and I was like, oh what? So she was always going to come to WWE. So AEW, whatever y'all were doing with her, you couldn't lock her up. She had no plan on ever doing anything other than coming to WWE.
The match was Lola Vice versus Fallon Henley. Lola wins as the dissension between Fallon and JC Jane grows as Fallon runs into JC and then Lola knocks her out and pins her for the win.
It's getting a double strike for me, Manny, not because anything was wrong with the match. The match for me was fine. I enjoyed it a lot. It was actually, it was decent. But the next match,
it was the same ending to Zarya and Kalani because it was exactly the same.
It was the exact same things, the exact same story. And I went,
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Who's booking this? Sean, you being lazy? You being lazy? Because this was the exact same finish. And that's why I'm giving it a double strike. And you did it back to back, so it's so noticeable.
So that Chase U took on OTM win. I didn't care about that match. Josh Briggs took on Sean Spears. Also didn't care about that match.
What's your thoughts of Taylor Paxley having a nervous breakdown? Thea Hell going to curse her out, but Miss Parker take her out with the cheeks.
Miss Parker is my favorite person in the world at the moment. And I saw tweets and people were like, "Oh, she's a MAGA person. Should we really be supporting Jennifer?" I was like, I don't care who she votes for. If she's taking out Thea Hale like that, I don't care.
I'm sure she's just misinformed and she will bounce back.
Marcus, I don't care who you vote for.
I know you're not American, Betty.
No, but Marcus, you could have voted for Kanye last time he was up for it. I wouldn't care less. I don't care about people's politics.
And you know what?
I just don't.
I'm telling you this. If I voted for Kanye, I would have unfriended me on this show. I would have unfriended myself for voting for Kanye. Jesus. But all I want to do is watch a good wrestling show. I don't honestly care about entertainment and all that. I'm not going to stop watching that. If I had a problem with people who they voted for, if they voted for Trump and whatnot, I do. I think they're stupid. But if I cared about it for my entertainment wise, I would not watch half the shows I watch on TV, and it would become tougher. And the WWE product is all MAGA. So I ain't going to be upset with her.
Yeah, I didn't care about Josh Briggs and Sean Spears. You
don't care about Briggs' journey? Briggs is a loser. He can't find a partner.
I don't care about Briggs. I don't care the fact that he still wants Inamura to come back. I'm like, fuck Inamura. He can stay in Noah. Trash bag.
I just think, you know what? I'm not gonna. As they said, it's Briggs' fault. Briggs' fault.
Yeah, Briggs is a cancer of this group. Big cancer to relationships.
Yeah, it's horrible. What else happened on this show?
Marcus, I was annoyed at Tony D. I didn't want this sit-down fit. I didn't want this sit-down fit. I wanted more. I wanted to know more about what Stax has been doing. I want to know where Rizzo is. Is she okay? I don't care nothing about what Tony said. Nothing.
I want to know what happened to Lucy Crucifino. I honestly don't remember a single thing he said. I remember him going Stax, and he got all emotional and hit the table or some shit. You going down, Tony. You going down, Tony D'Angelo.
Well, because part of me was like, maybe we shouldn't do a watch along of Battleground because it's just people are going to be more concerned about what's going on the AEW pay-per-view. I want to know what's going to go happen in this match. I don't care about the rest of the card. I just want to know what happened on this match.
Man, let me tell you
It's
this.
not bad. It's not bad. I just want to see that match. And I don't even like Tony D.
I know you hate Tony D. This is telling you that the storytelling for this was been good. That's old school nonsense. Nonsense. And I agree with you. I can't believe we are doing a Battleground, but let me tell you what we got right here. We can watch Battleground. It'll be on for 2.5 hours or whatever it is. It'll end, and you'll still be on match 2 of Double or Nothing of the 20-match card. What did I miss? The Hurt Syndicate versus Dustin? I'm good. That's okay.
In all honesty, I thought maybe I'd watch them at the same time.
Yeah.
But then I was like, do I really want to pay for that?
No. And if I were to watch it, Manny, I would say this. They called the pay-per-view Double or Nothing. They're probably getting nothing from me. But I'll watch it. Double it if we both ordered it. It was like, we're doing this. Nah. I don't know if there's anything on Double or Nothing that seems like it's must-see either. I guess Hangman and Will Ospreay would be
Hangman and Will Ospreay is going to be really good. I'm a bit over Anarchy in the Arena.
We've done it. Yeah, we've done it.
Like I've seen Stadium Stampede live. I've seen Eve do their own version of Anarchy in the Arena. That was incredible. Because it's smaller space and people are just being flung around all over the place.
Yeah, it's not an arena, a storage facility, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I've seen that. And what more can they really do in these matches that like, because they have one or the other each year. I'm just like, what more can be done?
I mean, I'm sure they're going to go over the limit and cross the line, and it's going to upset the masses over all the like stuff they did. Like, oh, that's bullshit, that's fake, or someone could have got killed, or this is dumb. But to be honest, I'm only looking forward so I could get a Jim Cornette review of Anarchy in the Arena, or Ricochet's favorite podcast there or whatever with Alfred from Pro Wrestling Bits. They're apparently beefing. Ricochet's right technically, but I'm not going to stop watching Pro Wrestling Bits because he's funny.
The guy from Pro Wrestling Bits goes in on AEW way too hard. Like it's so unnecessary sometimes. It's so unnecessary.
It's so unnecessary, but you know what? The jokes hit. The jokes are good. He's throwing some good jokes in there. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I think his last real video was everybody's better than Will Ospreay.
No, was that his last video? Because he was doing polls. Who's better than this? And then who's a better promo? And I think at one point I saw a poll where it was a potato and then it was Ricochet.
I was like, Jesus. Or he did a mock Ricochet interview where he pretended to be Ricochet and he was like, Ricochet, what's your character? I'm a guy that does flips. And I'm angry about it and I tweet other people. And it's funny, but it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Who won this week?
So we are doing a watch along.
We're at the ending. No, we're not done. We didn't do NXT. We're not done yet.
We are.
We're not. We haven't finished. You forgot about Trick and Joe Hendry.
Oh, I hated that. I hated the whole thing of that.
So Trick comes out with his rap.
Yeah, Trick was fucking up the whole way through his rap.
Yeah. He called him Average Joe. That was no good. Joe came out average at best. He didn't prove me that he wasn't Average Joe. He was more like Sleepy Joe, like Joe Biden. But it was nothing to happen. He goes for the Trick knee because Trick is like, you out your damn mind. You out your damn mind. He goes in and he gets hit with the guitar. Joe Hendry gives angry racist face, as many would call it.
It was
their TNA title match. But
you telling me you haven't seen this face before?
Manny, for thousands of years, people have seen that face, and we know exactly what that means. She's about to whip Trick. He gonna whoop that Trick, and Trick is going to cry a single tear out of his eye, like Denzel in the movie Glory.
And the ancestors ain't coming to help him.
Because the ancestors don't watch wrestling.
Yeah, it just felt like just felt like they're doing TNA shit on NXT.
Yeah, but
And this has happened on Raw and it has happened on SmackDown before, but it just felt like Joe, this is getting tiring.
Yeah.
What else are you doing? Do something else.
Manny, what do you expect from the match? I expect this to be a horrible match.
Yeah,
these are two people who are at. Yeah, they're two people who don't compliment each other, and they're both average at best.
No, so these two need someone else to make them look better.
Yeah. And do we really think Trick is going to win the title? Maybe with the help of Dark State?
I don't know, but Dark State had their little promo as well, which was... Oh, are these supposed to be the Bullet Club? They're supposed to be the rundown, like, budget version of Bullet Club?
No, Reddy, you don't understand. They have merged all factions together. They are the Shield. They are the NWO. They are the Bullet Club. They are Aces and Eights. They are the Wyatts because they got the little graphic going for it. They have put all the factions together, and this is what we got. They are the Nation of Domination.
This is so bad. This is so. Like, are you saying Cutler is Owen Hart?
Absolutely. Who else, Manny?
Because the only star of the show is because of his name, and his name is Saquon Sugars.
Well, I don't have a problem. I thought the promo was all delivered well. Even
Cutler. How dare you? Cutler was trash.
I don't even remember Cutler's. I remember Sugar and what's the reader guy? The reader, the light-skinned fella. We're talking with so much emphasis now, but he was just reading books.
I hate him so much.
Deion Lennox.
That's it.
So, but they're gonna help Trick win this title and see where they go with that.
They are Retribution.
Oh, and Retribution. There's another one. They're all of them. Shit. They're the Nexus. But if it was only run by Michael Tarver and David Otunga.
So the Core?
Shit.
The Core.
Thanks, Kane. I got the name before he brought it up, but thanks. Tune in Saturday, folks, where we cover all this again.
Yeah, and then we prepare for Battleground. I may actually watch Thing at the same time and give you updates.
Battleground's on Sunday, right?
Both are on Sunday. Both of them running.
We got prepared for Saturday Night Main Event just to watch it.
I'm gonna watch it the next day because I cannot sit through those commercial breaks.
And then tune in also Saturday for our review of Mission Impossible. Was it impossible? The other weren't. Just lying title. Everything was possible.
No, it wasn't.
When have they failed? They have never failed. It just seems impossible. It's a lie every time.
I forgot to even ask you if you saw that.
No, I haven't saw it yet. It officially came out today. It officially came out just today.
I thought it was supposed to come out on 21st.
Yeah, for you guys, you bastards.
I watched it on Monday.
Yeah. Son of a bitch. We don't get it till technically today. It did. I thought I would have to wait till a midnight screen, but they started showing screens at 3 p.m. So maybe I go in. I don't know. Maybe I sleep. I'm supposed to go into work for an extra day, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. I'm pretty sure I'm not going in.
You know, I
need the money.
I thought I might need to rewatch the first part, which has now been just called Reckoning or whatever it was called. Because it was originally called Part 1, and this was supposed to be called Part 2, but they just decided to change the name. This is Final Reckoning, and the other one is just like they removed the Part 1 from it.
They just scrapped it? They're like, let's move on.
Yeah.
We don't care about the artificial intelligence. Let's go. Let's move on.
So if you thought you needed to rewatch that first one,
it's possible. We can do it.
Because that would just be, I don't think I can drink this bottle of water. Glug, glug, glug. Done. Done. That'd be like, that's a TikTok. That's not a movie anymore. That's a TikTok.
Mission Impossible is me just trying to get out of bed to go to work. I'm going. Fuck. Like, I did it, but I wasn't happy about it.
You don't necessarily need to rewatch that thing before you go in it, because there is enough in this movie that recaps kind of what happens in the last one.
Oh, that's nice to do.
They have little bits of flashbacks and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, tune in to Saturday for our very graphic spoiler-filled review of that. That's
and spoiler alert. Someone looks like Buddy Murphy in this film, and just for you, Marcus, you'll be when he appears. That's all you're gonna think when this person allegedly appears on the screen.
Well, when he come in, when he comes on the screen, chat, we want mommy.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, in a news story, random, Roman Reigns is competing with Jasper Moore for the Street Fighter movie.
What?
Yeah. It's coming down to they're going Samoan. They have a tight. They're gonna play Kuma, apparently. One of them's gonna play it. So it's either Tribal Chief or Jason Momoa. I just don't feel like neither one of them look mean enough to play that role. I'm going older guy. I'm going someone old. Old tan white man.
So Ed.
Hogan. Let me tell you something, brother. Fuck that, man. And the real American beer.
That beer can't be nice.
No, it's just piss. It just tastes like piss. I wouldn't pour that if I was being racist to somebody on top of them after I kicked their ass. I would apologize for doing that.
Heyman is orange right now.
Yeah, but he's too fat. If I was casting Heyman in anything, he'd be Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z.
No, I'll tell you who he'd be. California Raisin. If they were doing a live action movie of that.
You know what? Let's bring the California Raisins back. Give them another movie.
I didn't realize how old that reference is. I don't think anyone under the age of 35 know what that is.
No. Man, you gotta be older than 35 now. You gotta be in your 40s. The California Rangers were so old. That is so old. They were hot though. They had a good
thick.
run. I would like to think it was
thick was fine.
Yeah. For all the people who like wrinkly old dark raisins singing songs.
That would be what the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast will be in like another 10 years.
How lame the world was if the California Raisins was like over at a point. I don't know how long that run lasted, but they were selling records. That long. Shit. They were selling records. Like, what is this? Would not be able to explain that to today's generation. That's what was hot. You want to talk about music? I'll put the California Raisins on.
I'm telling you now, if you showed that to someone young, you'd be like, why has that turd got arms and legs?
Okay. Leave in the chat which old thing, you got to be old for this question probably. Which old 80s, 90s characters do you think kids would be like, what the fuck were y'all doing? Like, you can go with the California Raisins. You can go with the Noid from Domino's.
Noid? Jesus. Yeah. Jesus.
Avoid the Noid.
Oh, no, Spot.
Spot from 7-Up. People don't even know what a 7-Up is at this point anymore. It's all Starry and Sprite. They've been shut down.
Super Ted, I think, is only an English thing, right?
I don't know what Super Ted is. No, I never heard of Super Ted.
It's a teddy bear that became a superhero.
Oh, shit. So he's your Hong Kong Fooey.
Kind of similar.
Did y'all get Hong Kong Fooey over there?
Yeah, because we had the Cartoon Network here.
Why would they do that to you guys? Blackest character in the history of cartoons. He's just a janitor working a 9-to-5 who do a little kung fu.
Everyone knows DuckTales, Kane. Everyone knows DuckTales.
Yeah, and I believe you can explain DuckTales. They've remade DuckTales. I'm talking about something that was in your past that has not been remade that we're probably never going to touch again. Like for me, Dino Saucers is never coming back.
Shit.
Don't even know how to explain that to anybody.
No, because I've never seen that before in my life, and then you put that. You said search it, and I laughed the whole way through because it was trash.
It's ridiculous. Actual episodes of that show are ridiculous. Dinosaur. Oh, he had to say to a young coworker. Somebody at my job made a reference to Small Wonders, and I told her, "You can't be that old." she is that old. I was like, we can't make old. We can't show our age like this. We can't be this old. It's terrible. Bring back Harry and the Hendersons. Explain that to kids.
No, that show was horrible.
Many. Imagine trying to explain Alf to kids. They're going like, "What is this? It's a real puppet? Like we never see his legs, huh?" No, he's a puppet.
I love Alf though. Those sassy alien.
Yeah, Dino Riders, the Big Bad Beetleborgs.
That was
the Great American Hero. Yeah.
America trying to dick ride Power Rangers. That's what that was.
Right. You know what? Beetleborgs was a good show. God damn it.
Inspector Gadget.
Oh, he was dope. I love Inspector Gadget, but you wouldn't be able to explain that. What's going on? What's going on with that coat?
Why is this enemy just a claw?
Yeah. What's this cat got to do with anything? I'll get you, Gadget.
Captain Planet was stupid.
It's really stupid. He didn't say Earth is in the worst shape it's ever been in. We've been better off without Captain Planet.
I can't think of any other.
Smokey the Bear. He goes on and on of just bad ideas. Homeboys in outer space.
Rocco's Modern Life. Try explaining that because that was weird.
That was weird, but that's one of the greatest shows ever.
That was weird.
Well, that and Cow and Chicken and Ren and Stimpy fuck up your life, man. You show kids that may fuck up their life.
I never liked Courage the Cowardly Dog.
No, I didn't watch that, but I believe at a certain age, people got into that.
The raccoons, I remember that.
I don't even want to ask what the raccoons were about.
I remember that. That was terrible. That show.
I would love to explain to my kids, or the kids of the world, Top Cat. He was the leader of a gang in the alley. All that shit. That would be a good time. That'd be a good time. Or the banana splits. Did you ever get that?
No.
That is the worst. That is terrifying. They even made a
bananas in pajamas.
No, they're different. They're a band of jungle folk, circus people who were in a rock band who got involved in a lot of shenanigans.
But that's just Josie and the Pussycats.
No, that's Josie and the Pussycats. That's different. That's just a ripoff of Scooby-Doo. But the banana splits is fucked up. I don't know. I think it's something made of nightmares. And then you cut into like Adventure Island and shit. You know what will fuck kids up, honestly? The Super Mario Brothers show. I feel like it'll fuck them up. Going like, what the fuck? Why did they allow this?
Neil, wasn't it Denver? The Lost Dinosaur.
Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about.
Denver, the last dinosaur. He's my friend and a whole lot more.
Ooh, you fucking that dinosaur?
I think the dinosaur.
That's what that kind of means.
The dinosaur was fucking kids.
Yeah. Oh, Animaniacs was great though. That's good. They had new episodes on Hulu. You know, they were solid.
I don't need new episodes of that.
It's good. It's updated. It was good. They don't do the whole Hello Nurse thing because they woke now, but
where's the fun in that?
What? No more sexual harassment?
You mean I can't go? I can't go. I can't be injured and go hello. Goodness.
Yeah, and honestly, we should show the kids Pepe Le Pew and his chronicles of just trying to get laid and turn into a rapist, essentially. And just him not trying to fuck out of his species, too. It's just the drugs of the early 60s.
Speedy Gonzalez. To this day.
National hero.
Because where I live, there are so many tourists and they walk so slowly. I will constantly be walking down Camden and screaming underlay, underlay, underlay. Not Arriva. I won't say Arriva. I would say underlay a lot.
Shooting guns, man. You know the worst part about Speedy Gonzalez? As a kid, you knew it was a racist character. Because you would hang around Mexicans. Nobody talked like that. No one has ever talked like this. But the shame of him, Speedy Gonzalez being canceled, is the reason Slowpoke Rodriguez is no longer around. It's a good character. The first high cartoon character in the history of cartoons.
I miss watching just good old Bugs Bunny doing the Bugs Bunny trick.
Yeah. You know, I think Droopy is really hard to explain to. Do you know who Droopy is?
Yeah, he was a depressed dog.
Yeah, depressed dog. I like, what the fuck? Why was that funny? Mental health is sad.
Mental health was a joke back then.
Yeah, they were like, what a pussy. He's all sad. Come on. We're going this way.
But that's Eeyore. Eeyore is a depressed character.
No, Eeyore is more depressing than Droopy because Eeyore would say some shit and you go, God damn, Eeyore. Eeyore made you stop. As a kid, Mom, is he okay?
When Winnie the Pooh is just sitting there with a shirt on, eating honey.
Yeah. Eeyore would say some deep ass sad shit though. You know, we all die. So none of this is even worth it. We're fighting these wars. None of it's worth it. Like, what the fuck, Eeyore? Why? Why are you bringing that energy here?
Don't bring reality into this, Eeyore.
Yeah, Ticker's bouncing around on cocaine and shit, and you gonna bring this shit right now? Ticker's having the time of his life. And Eeyore gonna come here with some of the saddest shit in the world. World War II could have been avoided. But the Holocaust was always gonna happen. What the fuck?
Do you know who Eeyore is? Do you remember in Harry Potter when they did the tea reading shit? And then the black kid was able to be like and tell the truth in the tea reading. That's who Eeyore is. Yeah. Everyone was in there having fun, and then this kid had to get real.
Eeyore was too real. If Eeyore was created today, man, he would have his own Disney Plus show. It'd be a journey in mental health, or it would be the movie Inside Out. Poor Eeyore.
Inside Out is the emotions one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that movie. It makes me sad.
Yeah.
It makes me
That's
feel
all Pixar's in. Pixar's into making people sad business.
I don't remember much from the Magic Roundabout, Neil, but I do remember the Magic School Bus, and Miss Frizzle was wild. She needed to be stopped as an educator. She needed to be stopped.
Yeah, I mean, she went through all types of people's bodies. Shit was going on. It was all fucked up. The main problem with Magic School Bus to me, and the reason it doesn't work, and as a kid, as a youth, I didn't understand it. And it doesn't make sense to this day, and it makes me sick. Because that's what I learned about incest. Twin cousins, Manny, it don't exist. It doesn't exist. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The only way you can get twin cousins if your mom fucked your brother and then they came out and they had twins. And you go, what the fuck is happening here? I'm just saying, it's all fucked up.
Doesn't that happen in the South?
Yeah, but we don't want to say it out loud.
Doesn't that happen in the South? Where they play banjos and shit?
Yeah, they got to keep it in the family, you know. All right, let's wrap it up. We talked enough about it. We went on a full tangent. But again, our threat continues. We do have Saturday show coming up, but our threat for next Tuesday continues. We will not cover Monday Night Raw if Monday Night Raw is bullshit. We will just sit back here, read tweets, and talk about the Diddy trial. That's That is our threat. You hear me, Hunter? You hear me, Paul and Lee Fitting? Who I don't need your credits every week. We know you guys are the same ones who do all the shows. What am I expecting? A different name one week? It's ridiculous. Well, why do I need credits? It's the same
I like
name
that that's
all
a
the time.
threat. I like that that's a threat. I forgot about this threat.
Yeah, no, shit. I never forget about my threats because my threats are closer to promises than threats.
Marcus out here giving out spoilers rather than threats. So, like the video, subscribe.
What? I just read this. I didn't know Eeyore was voiced by Optimus Prime. You know what? They do sound similar. Yeah, he said Optimus Prime. That hurts. Explains the Linkin Park songs. Just emo.
Like the video, subscribe if you haven't. We'll be back Saturday and Sunday for your enjoyment this week. Who knows? We may have Eeyore on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peace. The main thing, Manny, about the Eeyore or Emo Optimus Prime. For some reason, I had the the Linkin Park. What? And I see EO just looking off into the sadness. This is Optimus Prime. We are here. We are waiting. But knowing Eeyore be like, we are here. You're not gonna come anyway. Because nobody would hang around an ass like me. Jesus, Eeyore.
Before we go,
yeah,
MJF steal your jacket.
He did. He got that on what you call? He clearly got that on Temu or Wish. That's the compliment. And by the way, he too old. They too old to be hanging around this young man. They too black to hang around this young man too. It's ridiculous. The whole thing's ridiculous.
I guess we should put it on something else.
Happy Damian Dementor Day! You know what? If his gimmick was Eeyore and he had this outfit, he would have been over.
I told you his gimmick is Venom before Venom was Venom.
His gimmick is a piñata.
Hello, Eddie.
Hello, Eddie. I'm hungry, Eddie.
Yeah. So, like the video, subscribe. We'll be back soon. Bye.